Hi, my name is Daniel O'Connor and I'm from the WasteWarp Reuse Network. This 15-minute presentation is for the Technical Advisory Group in Northern Ireland for waste. Sorry I can't be there, but thank you for your flexibility in allowing us to show you this video on YouTube. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the WasteWarp Reuse Network and how the software works, and then I'll drill into a bit of detail about how we're bringing great improvements to the public sector in the UK. So thanks for having us. My background is in waste management. I used to manage skip sites or household waste recycling centres, and I used to see a lot of reusable assets being disposed, especially by corporates. So I set up WasteWarp to try and alleviate that problem. We've been going about 5 years. WasteWarp is an online platform. It allows staff within organisations to swap and trade surplus assets with each other. When I say surplus assets, I mean anything from stationery right up to vehicles and anything in between. So furniture, equipment, electricals, audiovisual, supplies, consumables, any physical product, okay? And these trading platforms are like marketplaces where staff can log in, they register and they log in. This is what it looks like. So each organisation gets their own portal. I've picked out a Northern Irish one here for your benefit. Staff log in and they start adding and taking assets. So the idea is, before a staff member buys new, they search WasteWarp to see if any other staff members have that asset surplus to requirements already. Okay. Now they can search within their own organisation and they can search between organisations. So what I mean by that is, each organisation has their own marketplace, but those marketplaces can friend each other, and staff from each organisation can swap and trade surplus assets across organisational boundaries. So it's very useful for the decommissioning process and the partnering process that councils are generally going through to maximise those surplus assets. Okay, so the big benefit is avoided procurement, because if you've claimed an asset second hand, you haven't had to buy a new one. On the flip side, there's a waste disposal saving as well, okay, which is obviously why you guys are interested. This is what it looks like. It's very similar to eBay or Amazon. Staff members add their own assets, upload them with a photo and all the relevant details, and that's presented in this view so that others can claim, okay? It's not just furniture, it's any equipment really, electricals, audiovisual, all that sort of thing. So as well as doing internal trades, staff can trade with other organisations. We say about 60% of trades are internal, 30% are external, and 10% don't find a home. So in this example, when Aberystwyth University signed up to the system, the very first trade that they did, they claimed an audiovisual room from Bath Spa University, saving £10,000. So they got their money back in the first trade 5 times over. As you guys are waste managers, I thought I'd throw this example in as well. NHS South London added to the system 40 660 litre Euro bins. Okay, now they were going to have to pay to get them dismantled, chipped and recycled. However, NHS Tayside were just about to buy some new bins, so they claimed them all in one go. NHS London saved £3,000 on disposal. NHS Tayside saved £15,000 on purchasing. So NHS Tayside is in Dundee. It's about 380 miles from London. NHS Tayside just sent down a couple of vans, picked all those bins up and took them back again. Okay, that's one example. So what happens here is you've got these large organisations swapping and trading surplus assets internally within their own organisation. Okay, and if those assets aren't required within the first organisation, they can be shared across organisational boundaries. Okay, so you've got this network. Okay. Now, that can grow into something much bigger. So on a city and regional scale, you've got all these partners swapping and trading surplus assets internally, externally, and there's always stuff trickling out the bottom. So we give access to charities for free. If the council signs up, all the schools get access for free as well. So you've got this big network where nobody's buying anything new and nobody's throwing anything out. This bit at the bottom, priority 1, 2 and 3. Internal staff are priority 1. Priority 2 are partners. And priority 3 is anybody else. And you can turn those priorities on and off. So for example, when you first start, you might want to just keep it on priority 1, so it's staff, internal only. Then you might just want to open it up to certain partners, that's priority 2. And then when you're confident, you can open it up even further, okay? So you've got assets passing back and forward all the time. We track and monitor all of the trades on the system. So we know the replacement costs of all these different goods. We know who added it, we know who took it, we know if it's a chair, it was worth £70, or it weighed 20 kilos, or it had 55 kilos of carbon embedded. So we track all of these metrics. And these metrics are really useful because for 2 reasons. The first reason is that it's great for telling staff, and that gives a nice positive feedback, but also it's great for telling senior management. When you tell senior management about the savings that you're making, they then take notice, and you start getting more resources put into reuse. So the metrics, nobody else does this. We monitor the procurement saving, we monitor the skip savings, we monitor the carbon, we monitor the weight as well. No one else does that. It's unique and it's really powerful. There's some common issues and questions. Before I dip into that, I'm just going to give you a very, very quick overview of the system, okay? So staff from QUB have been using this about 2 years now. This is £50,000, avoided 8 tonnes of waste, 19 tonnes of carbon. I'm just going to log in and show you very quickly what it looks like. So when staff log in, they're immediately presented with assets that are available to them to claim, okay? So latest items, okay? And you can search by category. You can search freehand, but I'll just do a blank search here. You'll also notice there's things people are looking for. So there's a wish list function. So for example, if you search for a laptop and the laptop isn't there, or there isn't a laptop there, you add laptop to your wish list and you'll get a notification should anybody ever add a laptop again. And that's really interesting because that introduces staff to each other directly. So the donators are introduced to the recipients directly. So it's a nice, quick, efficient transfer of assets. So this is what it looks like. So these are the assets within my organisation. This is regional. This is national. Okay. So this is all the sorts of stuff that you see on WasteWarp. Okay. 100 coat hangers, coat stands, meeting room tables. Let's look national. Okay. So this is nationally available to me now. So these are real items available in other organisations. It's presented in a nice, simple format. The power of this is that you're creating a depository where any of your staff who are about to buy new can go to check if anybody else has that item surplus. That's where the big savings are in procurement. So I've shown you how to search for an asset. Let's just show you how to add an asset very quickly. So you can add an asset. So very quickly, 20, 30 seconds, you can just add an asset, add the photo. Okay, super, super simple. And as far as staff members are concerned, that's about it. You add items, you take items, you add items to your wish list. There is an administration role, and the role of the administrator is to lead on the system and make sure everything is functioning correctly. I'll give you a very quick overview of the admin role. So I'm logging in as the administrator. The administrator gets an overview of how the system works. The administrator makes friend requests to other organisations, and the administrator also approves staff accounts. Now, this is being used right across the public sector in the UK. Got about 30% of councils, over 50% of universities, about 20% of health sector, got about 70% of central government as well. So obviously control and liability and risk is a big consideration. So these settings help you to control your staff, what your staff do, what your staff see. Control partners, who you're friends with, who you partner up with, and who you can share assets with. And you can also control the assets and the categories of assets. So if there are particularly risky items, you can turn them on and off, but it's fully customizable, okay? Now I'm running low on time, but I want to jump back to that last page and explore these issues. So first of all, the legal issues. Well, this is the foundation of the system. When you donate an asset to another organisation, there's a legal agreement with that organisation, which we call the transfer of ownership form, and it transfers the asset from one organisation to the other. And we provide this legal agreement, but I always encourage our customers to put that legal agreement in front of your legal team and ask them to check it over and customize it as they see fit, okay? So another question that you might be asking is, what about storage? Well, we're anti-storage. We believe that if items are in store, they're not being used, and when they're not getting used, they're going to get damp or might be damaged, and then they're thrown away anyway. So we do a lot of work on the system. This is how it's quite clever. We do a lot of work in introducing the donator to the recipient directly, so the asset moves from A to B rather than A to store to B. Okay. Now transport is another issue. The claimant is the one who needs to sort out the collection of the asset. So if that's internal, it might be a case of ordering a porter or a courier or whatever to move it around internally. But if it's an external job, the person who claims the asset needs to arrange for the collection of the asset. Okay. Now, who leads on the implementation of this? This is up to, well, it's whoever's most interested in the organisation, really. It's a split. When I look at my customers, it's a split between waste, sustainability, and procurement. Really, maybe there's a few facilities managers in there who lead on it, but each department has different hooks. So there's different benefits for each department, so anybody could lead in it really, but it's generally from sustainability, waste, or procurement. Okay. So who else is on this system in Northern Ireland at the minute? It's Queen's University Belfast, Ulster University are about to jump on as well. Obviously, I know you guys are going through a period of amalgamation and decommissioning, so this system is perfect for making sure those assets don't go to waste. Costs, well, for each organisation, if you're under 5,000 staff, it's £1,800 a year plus a £500 setup fee. If you're all over 5,000, it jumps up to £2,600 a year plus a £700 setup fee. So, just in summary, this is a big win. It's a treble win. You save on procurement costs, okay? You save on waste costs, and also you get maximum use out of your assets. You stop this sort of thing happening, okay? So it stops organisations throwing away completely reusable assets. Another win, obviously, is if you don't want your surplus assets, you can pass them to others. We'll give this to charity for free. When the council sign up, all the schools get it for free as well. So you can pass your surplus assets back into the third sector. So that was a very quick overview of WasteWarp. Rosie's there who might be able to answer any further questions. If there's some technical questions that might be a bit more challenging, you can just drop me an email at daniel@getwarpit.com. I hope you've enjoyed that. Sorry it was a bit of a rush through, but I know that watching a video is not that exciting. So have a great day, and I really appreciate the time that you've given us to present this solution. Hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Bye.